Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. 104,500 Bitcoin. About 9 minutes to countdown. 10 minutes. I'll be here. Get my suit on. Get ready, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Another day, another dollar, another grind. We can't stop. We got a life to live. We only got one life to live. Can't waste it. Let's go. Bitcoin getting the pump, 104,610. Can we crush those shorts at 105,000 with those stop losses? Those shorts think they can hide. They can run, but they can't hide, baby. We coming for them. Higher low on the 15-minute. We just might get this inverted head and shoulder pop to the upside. $105,000. The suspense is coming. I'm suiting up. I'm getting ready. I can't take it, baby. Let's go. Let's go. I'll see you soon. Sooner than later. 104,600 for Bitcoin in these critical times. Okay. We may be here. We may be here. We may be there. We don't know where we are. No, I'm just messing around. But Bitcoin's doing something nice. God bless each and every one of you. Getting a nice little pump here to the upside for BTC. May God bless everybody here on the live. I'm going to show you something that I'm seeing here and what time frame we should be paying attention to. There's a certain time frame that we want to be watching, and that's what we're looking at. Shout out to everybody here. Felt gray and black today was the word. Let's put the lemon into the water. Shout out to everybody on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's put that lemon into the water, decalcify that pineal gland, and get ourselves on another level. May God bless each and every one of you. If I hadn't said it again, just want to make sure I say it. And thank you so much for your most precious asset, which is your time. Let's break it down as we look here at BTC. The trade that I'm looking at right now is Bitcoin somewhat sideways, 104,000. Can we get that push up to 105? And we just got a few more people added to the shorts, which is a few more people to liquidate, right? So BOOKMAP suggests that we're going into the $105,000 area to liquidate the shorts. Those are short stops right there. The market loves to go and liquidate the most amount of liquidity. If people learn how to use BOOKMAP, this is BOOKMAP, link in the description below. If you want to jump on in, I do get a commission from BOOKMAP if you use it, but I just think it's such a beautiful tool, and you know, I look at it every day. It kind of gives me a pretty good gist of what's likely going to happen to the market. It gives me some overall bigger liquidity, smaller liquidity. I can zoom in, zoom out, see what's happening on the right around me, and see what's also happening on the broader scale. Also gives me real-time data immediately. I can see Bitcoin by the second. You can see the prices changing like this. It's like hedge fund status almost. Not as, they're multi-millisecond, but we're pretty close. So shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Money pouring in to cryptocurrency. As you can see above my head, the triangle. Right? And we can see it, Bitcoin, Chainlink, a lot of Ethereum. Everyone's talking ETH has to go. ETH has to go. It has to be ETH. We're going to talk about Ethereum today. We don't do that a lot, but today we are going to mention Ethereum. We're going to break it down. We're going to look at ETH, BTC, Sol BTC, Ethereum, USDT. We're going to spend a little bit of time looking at Ethereum. All right. I got a few calls that are looking like they're about to break to the upside in the trading group. They look absolutely nice. One call looks exactly like XCN did before it popped, and Ohm before it popped. Looks pretty interesting. So one thing to think about. Look at that moving in there too. SHIB coming in, Litecoin coming in, right? AVAX coming on in. People are buying these legacy coins. I'm going to show you a lot of them are these giant cup and handles, as I've been talking about. Every single coin from the last rally is in these gigantic cup and handles. So we're going to see what happens. I know I'm bulging out the suit, right? I know you guys, I know the ladies can't take it. The 5 ladies that are here. But no, how many ladies we do have here? If you're a lady, hit us up. Let us know. Not hitting me up, but let us know. We want to see how many girls of crypto we got here. Everyone thinks there's no ladies in crypto, but I beg to differ. I beg to differ. I see that there are ladies in crypto. All right. God bless each and every one of you out there. My sister's in crypto, my older sister. My daughter's a crypto enthusiast. So I am going to create a world of women in crypto. I have a twin sister, an older sister. I've always been kind of surrounded by women. I don't know what that is. I have 3 daughters. I grew up, my dad would be out with the boys. I'd be out there with my wife, my wife and sisters. So it is what it is. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. Appreciate you all for being here. We see some new people, some new faces. All right. God bless you all for jumping on in. All right. One thing I want to talk about today is the AI agent, is it over? And I firmly believe it's not. AI agents will firmly come back. There'll be some connection to DeepSync. Now you have, Altman and ChatGPT will come out with something else. They're battling. And now there's really it's back and forth. And again, it's going to get crazy. Shout out to everybody here on the chat. Let me pop out that chat. If you want to join the trading group, we will pin this pinned comment here. Make it very simple and easy for you to do that. The link's right there. Go to cryptolifer.com. All right. We made a really huge trade just 2 days ago. Trading Bitcoin, was able to make a beautiful call. And I haven't traded Bitcoin since. I've been kind of watching it go sideways until that perfect time. If you want to trade on MEXC or Weeks, both links are there for you if you want to jump on in and see what we're doing. If you do, please do not trade leverage if you don't know what you're doing. All right. Please learn technical analysis before you do anything when it comes to the charts. Very, very important, all right? Very, very important. Okay, moving forward into the market, and we're going to break down Bitcoin for you, see if there's a live trade to be had. One thing I see is the daily, right? Just right off the bat, I see the daily as a possible big move here. An entry here, stop loss there. Again, this is an ascending triangle. This could go either way, but it's got that shoulder head, that right shoulder. I could easily see us starting to get that bigger move further to the upside for Bitcoin. And you just never know, all right? So one thing that I'm looking at is for a move here. If I look here on the side, shoulder, head, right shoulder too. And this gave us a bigger move to the upside. So I could see how Bitcoin could lift us off in a similar manner as it did before. But we are playing games. We're kind of going sideways. The 1 hour doesn't look amazing. We're going to break it all down for you as fast as humanly possible here. First thing tonight is the monthly candle close. We're going to make a live stream of that tonight. We will see you tonight on the monthly candle close around, I don't know, probably 8 p.m., something like that. And it won't be probably be a half an hour to I say that, but then it ends up being a crazy stream. But shout out to the super chat from Andre Luata. Let's pop out that chat. And God bless you for doing that. Let's take a look here. We already have a super chat coming in from Andre Aluda. And he says, can you do virtuals, please? And let me just kind of jump into virtuals real quick. Chainlink looks absolutely beautiful. Look at that shoulder head, making the right shoulder. Higher lows in an uptrend, right? Chainlink looks beautiful to me for a massive move to the upside. But what do I know? I'm just a guy here online every single day. Probably nothing. But Chainlink looks quite interesting to me. And again, I could be wrong. Who knows? But Chainlink looks good to me. Everything looks good on the set. I'm checking my team. No DMs, nothing crazy. Everything's sitting pretty. Bitcoin at 104,700 about. All right. Can someone super chat about the shooting star bearish reversal candlestick on the Bitcoin chart? I mean, you just said about it. We'll see, but shout out to the crypto lifers in the game. Shout out to everybody here. Appreciate all the lovers of life. So yes, the next target could be $46 for Chainlink. Look at that curving stochastic of the daily. A higher low on the stochastic. Even look, this rounded area here on the RSI, lack of bearish momentum. This thing looks like it could be sent. And leg 1, consolidation. Leg 2, consolidation. Leg 3 to the upside for Chainlink. My target is the measured move, which is the length of this algorithmic area here to the upside at $46.34. 44 cent. That's right. So that's what I'm looking at for Chainlink. Let's take a look at virtuals. And will virtuals have a massive comeback? I firmly believe it will. Is this a probably local area? A great DCA, in my humble opinion. You never know if you're going to bounce for sure. Nothing is guaranteed. But I mean, getting in at the 786 or anywhere between the golden pocket and the 786 after a massive increase in price action can only usually is a benefit here. The target for virtuals would send it back to about $6.85. Heck, it might even be bigger than that. Somewhere 687, even 745 I'm getting, but I could see a massive move back up for virtuals. You never know. What if some new tech comes out, makes virtuals just kind of whack, and you know what I mean? We just all laugh and say, oh, that was a fun little ride. I mean, these things could happen, right? This is an experimental speculative market where we're using new tech that changes at the speed of light. Anything could happen, but there is this did had a $17 billion market cap. I mean, this thing went up huge, and now it's all the way back to $2 to the high of about $5.28 for virtuals, right? When you see the 21, and again, my students, anyone watching me, when you see that your price is very far away from the 21 on the 3-day chart, you have to start to consider. We talked about this on my weekly live stream last night in depth. Every single week, I do a weekly live stream where I go, do deep dive teaching moments, as well as sharing my portfolio, going over new coins, and going deep diving token metrics as well. We have a lot to cover. Bitcoin getting a nice pump here, 104,105 actually. And so let's take a look here. So I got a tiny trade, nothing huge. I'm the king of 3% there. You can see, I thought it was a smaller trade than that. Funny, $1,200. It's a $12,000 trade at 10x leverage. Oh, yeah, I had lowered the leverage, but used a smaller amount. So why did I, jump on in here? Well, I like when we break above the 200 MA, and I like when price action's somewhat tight. At the same time, very small trade. But there, look, shoulder, head, right shoulder. I said, man, there's a 68% chance that the inverted head and shoulder breaks out. And so I said I should just trade the right shoulder like a good simpleton. And so I got in here with a stop loss on the right side of the shoulder. See what can happen. All right. I literally got in as the stream started, and I wanted to show you guys as it went sideways, and I figured we would have some entry. It's up slightly, so to me it's basically still the same trade. Definitely got a better entry at 104.5 though, right? But we'll see. 104.547. 145.74. All right. And again, it's lackluster. That's why very, very, low risk, low reward. Like my risk, I think, is $70 or something. 73 for 2. Yeah, it's a very small trade. You see? Just a little scalpelino, nothing crazy. Okay. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. We'll get back to that in a second. I just wanted to kind of reveal that in case if it rips and then you're like, hey, you never said it, or it dumps and you said, hey. I like to show my wins and my losses, so I'm committing. But that's an inverted head and shoulder. It's above the 200 MA. They break up 60% of the time. I didn't like the 1 hour time frame. The 1 hour looks like it's going to bag us. But, you never know. So the 1 hour looked like it was going to bag us, but now it's in a bullish engulfing candle. That's pretty interesting. So $105,000 Bitcoin. And so I'm rocking the 15-minute. The 15-minute shows strength of an inverted head and shoulder. Let me show you what that means. You can even grab this pattern here. It's so cool. It labels the left shoulder, labels the head, labels the right shoulder. I even like to, right-click these things. Make the label yellow or something. Make it a little bigger. Maybe make the back black. Can you do that? Yeah, that sticks, right? And then the border should be like a bright yellow too, There you go. But bang, man, a beautiful inverted head and shoulder, Bitcoin ripping to the upside. And that's just, I just do what the charts tell me to do. Nothing crazy, nothing out of control. You see what I'm saying? It's all very simple to me. A lot of people can't see this pattern the way I see it. Oh, what happened there? Something happened to, the label. We didn't hit the label. Oh, yeah, I see what happened. So the border, the border was supposed to stay black. The label was supposed to say yellow. There we go. Yeah. And then, oh, yeah. Ah, so you can't do the border without, the border and the background go together. I get it. Maybe a blue. So anyway, left shoulder, head, right shoulder for Bitcoin. And again, low volume. You may not get no follow through. We may not get the follow through that we're looking for here. So shout out to everyone new here. We're just jumping on in, showing you a live trade in action. Okay, watching price action start to get a bit of a move to the upside. We're going to break down Ethereum 2 in depth for you and answer all your questions about ETH. You're going to leave this stream just feeling pretty peachy when it comes to what's going on with Ethereum. All right. Let's get back into brass tacks. So the monthly candle, bullish engulfing. I like what I'm seeing. And again, we're going to close a beautiful support at about 92,750. And it will be the biggest monthly candle in Bitcoin's history. You got to celebrate that, right? That's absolutely amazing. So, again, we'll see what happens, where that goes, but huge move. Shorts keep pushing down. Bad, bad data short. They are scared. Hey, you never know what's going to happen, right? You're funny. So let's go back down to the weekly chart. And as I've said before, the weekly, you could stay, could be in this. Maybe it gets rejected, goes down one more time. We could bounce off 99. Like, that's not out of the question, and then we could rip. But right now, I'm engaging with the more probability that this was the flag and that we're already breaking out. And there's a big leg for this to the upside, and you're headed somewhere to about 150K, right, and says you could even get there by St. Patrick's Day, 150,000 by St. Patty's Day. So that's what it says could be happening here for Bitcoin, getting the pump, $105,000 and 130 bucks. This thing looks like it wants to break out to the top of the channel as suggested by the inverted head and shoulder, low stochastic, but wow, you got a lot of move out of the stochastic, and it would have been nicer to get a bigger pump there. I commit to the fact that I'll probably lose most trades on a Friday. May even move that into break even inside the pattern. If it comes back in there, then it's kind of a lackluster trade. So now I'm at break even. I can't lose the trade. I've done what's called cover. That's called covering. I'm covered now. Why? Because my stop loss is above my entry. If the price came down on me, I can't lose. Probably would break even with fees, or maybe I might even be up on the fee there. All right. Why did I long? Because, and even you had a moment to long before the pump here, right? Kind of right here, as we started showing you the idea. Again, I like when we're above the 200 MA. Today we came down and bounced off of it. They call me Sammy Cup and Handy. Why do they call me that, right? As strange as it may sound. Well, this is a cup, all right? And, you know, we should make these yellow too. Like, why not, right? But that's a cup right there. And this is a handle for show. And that's a cup and handle. And Sammy plays the cup and handle to the upside over and over again. Look at this beautiful pump. And that's how you make 7%. You know, $100 in under an hour if you have to, or more, you know. And I usually go way heavier than this, but hey, it is what it is. It was a Friday with low volume. The price didn't look amazing. The 1 hour looked shady. But again, I just traded the pattern the way I was supposed to. And you say, oh, he got lucky again, right? The guy got lucky again. He went live and he hit the trade. He got lucky again, right? I mean, yes and no. Luck is being prepared at the moment of opportunity. You see, you create your luck by being there where you're supposed to be. If you stay consistent, people call you lucky, right? It's funny, right? If you stay consistent, people call you lucky. But luck is created by consistency. You just happen to be there at the right place. Yeah, sometimes no. You know, there's an old saying, I've said it on the live stream before, and it's a very simple story. It's not even that amazing, but you know, it's simple enough to make you think. And it's about a kid that goes to Central Park, and he walks around the corner, and, you know, in Central Park is a bunch of little ponds where birds come here and there. And right as he walks around the corner, he sees a man throw bread in the water, and literally within 5 seconds to 10 seconds of the bread hitting the water, some birds come out of nowhere and fly to the pond and start eating the bread. As if they just like, you know, and this kid says, man, how'd you do that? Like, how did you know the birds were going to show up right as you threw the bread? And he said, I didn't. The old man looks at him. He goes, I didn't. He goes, every morning I show up here and I throw bread on the water. He goes, sometimes the birds show up and sometimes they don't. And the kid just looks at him, right? See, and that story is a testament about what it means to show up every single day and do the same thing. You look amazing to the public on a random day, but it's only because you're consistent every single day of the week. You see what I'm saying? Your consistency will blend into your success. People will think you're absolutely amazing. They will call you just a hero among men. You'll be looked at as a legend. And the only simple fact is that you're able to be consistent when they are not able to be consistent, okay? That will be your only superpower. That will be the only differentiation. Maybe you're talented. Maybe you have the look. Maybe you got the voice like the lifer. But honestly, nobody would listen to me if I wasn't consistent. If this trade wasn't hitting, if I didn't show the cup and handle, if I wasn't Sammy Cup and Handy, if I didn't raise my stop loss into position to win, right? Look, the further you get for the 21, the more you got to understand that that's probably, you're getting into the extended zone of the trade. The high was 105.5 now. And you got to think 500 is a key psychological resistance usually. We push through 500, boom, right? So I start raising the stop loss here. I go back to the 1 minute and I can start seeing the 1 minute. And where are we on the 1? 1 minute looks consistent, but getting away from the 21, it looks like we may go sideways, eventually flag here. And that may continue. It might be more advantageous to keep the stop at break even and ride this puppy, or above break even and just ride this puppy out. on the 1 minute time frame. Give it its due diligence and see if there's just more to the trade, to the target there. Or do you skim out? On a Friday, might be smart to take profits quick. It all depends on what you want to do and how you want to trade. For me, I sell early most of the time. Like, I'm lucky that I got the win, right? But the smaller time frames tell me that, you know what I'll do is I sell here and then I get back in. So look, I'm going to get hit there because look, the 21's pretty far away. And then there's a scalp. You do that 10 times a day, that's $1,000. $90, $80 adds up over time. Everyone wants to be a big shot, okay? And again, it might pump in front of me and I could say, oh well. But you know what I've learned? I've cultivated the habit of gratitude, not the habit of the woulda, shoulda, couldas. So you know what I say? I say, man, I'm so blessed that I made the trade that I did. I won in front of thousands of people. I could have lost, right? I showed how to be disciplined because people know I have bank, but I still made a smaller trade, so I'm not trying to be a big shot. So I think that shows humbleness, okay? And number two, I'm actually teaching, and the teaching played out. Like, there's an inverted head and shoulder with the cup and handle. I actually made a short about this recently. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny, the short encompasses this exact idea. I mean, wow, look, this thing looks like, wow, look at it, and look at it go, baby. Look at it go. I tend to sell early. It's something that you'll see me do many times on the show. However, it could have went the other way too. We never know. But that thing is mooning. I mean, the 15-minute just really wants to take control. It's having some issues at 105.5. A lot of people are going to take profits there, especially on a Friday. There's some resistance there. Let's get back into the bigger time frame and finish this top-down analysis. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. 2,000 people, man. You people are amazing. Thank you for the 400 likes that we did send my way. That is a blessing. God bless you. Thank you so much for the likes. All right. We got some setups in the trading group that are looking pretty hot, I got to tell you. And they seem to be pumping to the upside. Bitcoin 105,600. If you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen. This thing is ripping. Look at that puppy go, man. Guan, as we say. Guan. Further and further away from the 21-day moving average tells me there will be a pullback at one point, but man, that is a short squeeze. Again, we showed you BOOKMAP, and we told you that the shorts were going to get rocked at 105,000. You did not believe me, and the shorts got liquidated. A massive liquidation here on BOOKMAP. And that's just, you're liquidating mass. Those, every time we hit off these accounts, that's a liquidation. This says it goes to 106,000 now. So what they do is they keep opening shorts and putting up more stop losses, creating liquidity. And they keep getting shredded, you see? Wow, now they're piling up. So dang, man, I had the right inclination there. If I just stayed at break even, again, it's okay. But that was a bigger trade. Hope some of you making more than I did on the same trade. All right, anyone making more than I did on the trade, put a 333. I'd rather you make more than me, right? If in my grave it said, hey, this man helped more people make more than he made himself, I'll be a successful man, right? So if I can let go of the greed and the ego and help others more than I help myself, then God will take care of me in some way, shape, or form. But dang, man, what a candle, right? But did I not call it? Put a 444 if I called it. Put a 444 if you agree that I nailed it again here on the channel. You came here and saw me talk about what was about to happen. It happened. We do this all the time. It's actually about to hit my target. I should have just waited to my target. No shoulda, woulda, couldas though. But we banged on it again here, and this is why we have thousands of people that come to the channel. All right? And this is why missing out on a live stream for anyone else's live stream, I think, is just a disservice to yourself and your account. Because we're going to be able to feed you the knowledge that shows you the education that gets you the gains. If you stick to it, stay consistent, and keep pushing. I mean, this thing is guan, right? I mean, it was an inverted head and shoulder. Read correctly. Unbelievable. I am still amazed at how looking at a geometric shape could pay me Again, getting above the 200 MA as well also told me there was a likelihood of a move. Very rare for me to long a high stochastic on the 1 hour like this. How would I do that? Why would I go against, how did I? Because of the inverted head and shoulder on the 15-minute said take a shot. All right. Look at that. Yeah. Are we watching the beginning of the candle with Bitcoin? It's possible. Let's get back into the smaller, the top 10. So the weekly, getting ready for a massive move. This weekly will be the biggest weekly candle close in Bitcoin's history. And we just needed to close above 104.5. We talked about this. And now we're nicely cooking above it. That closes where it is. We are awesome. We got 2 days and 9 hours till this candle closes on the weekly. I like what I'm seeing. We're getting ready for a big move here for Bitcoin. We go back to the 5-day chart. It is beautiful with that wick, that last candle pushing up. The 5-day ready to rock. A little bit of bearish div there, but you could say it kind of almost, the RSI would pump and take it out. But, a little bit of bearish div. But so far, so good. The 3-day ready to rock out this little flag. And you can even see just this flag alone has a measured move, and it's broken out already. We talked about how you could just trade the breakout of the 3-day earlier. You'd be in the money right now. Yet again, the daily ready to move. And we talked about opening a trade on the daily last night, even this morning. And I said, hey, man, the daily just looks good to me. And it's a flag that's breaking out and wants to continue. That alone has a measured move to about $120,000. So Bitcoin, we just need to break this double top here at 106,000. We close a daily candle, as I said yesterday, above 106K, and the games are over. Right now, we have a big stop. A bunch of people just open shorts again and put their stops. I don't know why they don't listen. They think these are key areas. I guess they short resistance. You must know how to trade the 200 MA. If you don't know how to trade the 200 MA, you will relentlessly short support and resistance when you don't realize what's about to happen. You'll trade the stochastics. They'll be overbought. You'll be at resistance, and you'll short. But what will happen is the 5-minute is just getting above the 200, and an explosive algorithmic move is coming, but you can't see it because you don't know how to trade the 200 MA. You don't even have it on your chart. You have no idea what's happening. We had a bounce recently. You might have pulled a fib and done a bunch of things. Why did we bounce? We bounced off the 200 on the 8-hour. Look at that. It was textbook. If you didn't know what the 200 was, you'd be like, we bounced off support or resistance, and maybe yes and no. There's a high volume node there. There will be confluence. But at the end of the day, not understanding how to trade the 200 MA, in my humble opinion, is a disservice to yourself. There's just too much action around it. There's too much behavior behind it. You can learn too much with it. So, bang. We know where we're likely going. We can see what's happening. And again, I'm still open-minded. We could do a triple top here, turn around and dump. Could be at 80K. I'm open-minded. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I will tell you one thing right now. To your face, that the odds of a big move are coming. I gave a long to my trading group, and I said the liquidation could be somewhere down at 94 to 96,000. It never got hit. 97 got close, but it never got hit. You would be in massive gains. Anyone that took that long, or even thought, we even gave you a long recently 103,000. You're still in massive gains. I've been, you know what I mean? I say I don't know what's going to happen. I say we could be bullish or bearish, but then I say, hey man, this is the trade. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I know how to trade it. So to me, this is still the trade. The only thing is the stop loss has to be deep. You have to be willing to go low, 92,000. Entry here and take it to 146,000. Commit to a bigger trade or don't trade that puppy. I don't know. You do whatever makes you happy, but this is what I'm looking at here for Bitcoin. A massive move for Bitcoin ensuing to 146,000. I'm going to publish this idea. I think it says by March. So I see a probability of 80% of this happening, right? And I could be wrong. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I say this on every single stream. People still forget that I say it. And they remind me, hey, you were long, you were bullish, you've been bullish, you were bearish. I'm like, but I said I have no idea what's going to happen. How could I be one or the other? So it's a public analysis. It's a long idea. It goes as technical indicators, chart patterns, and trend. And not really trend analysis. All right. I'll throw trend analysis in there because it has some trend. And we publish this idea. This idea will stay inside of my published directory. Let's take a look at some of the things I've done in the past, which are pretty interesting. All right. Let's take a look here. If you go to... So yeah, and that will be... That stays forever. All right. So if you go to cryptolifer.com, you can see all of my like published ideas. The greatest one I ever did was... This one was amazing. And again, I am kind of clouding here, but this was hot, man. I have to... As a technical analyst... I said Bitcoin to pop to target 69,000 projected in a nice cup and handle. I said this on October 4th of 2021. All right. That's when I said this, right? And you can see kind of, and it said that it was going to hit this area somewhere by November 20th. All right. So about a month and a half. And you could press play and you can see we eventually would hit the target exactly to the target. Like look at this. This is insanity. Look at that. My line and that line are like they're algorithmically complete. Like it's insane. All right. And I said the 19th, it happened on the 11th. I was 8 days off, a month and 10 days before it even happened. All right. And then once we were there, I saw a bearish div and I said, we're too far away from the 21. I called it, dude, I gave people how to trade this. This is, and this is me years ago. I did this 4 years ago. This is insanity. Anyway, again, and so we have some other stuff here too. Let's see if any of this stuff came to fruition. So cup and handle target 109,000. All right. This was back on November 20th of 2021, saying we're going to hit 109,000 somewhere by, I guess way early. We didn't hit it that early, right? How come it doesn't keep playing? Oh yeah, I'm like, keep playing. I'm like, all right. So look, that never happened. We dipped, right? We ended up dipping. We never hit the target. The key is this one, we were too far away from the 21-day moving average. And at one point we lost 59,000 here. I remember this. That's when you know it was a wrap. I said resistance. I said, if the bears can't get above this level, if the bulls can't get above it, I remember just kept posting to the trading group. And then I said, man, that's that. And then we head and shouldered to you. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. We called the short. Honestly, if you just look at TA, it's pretty simple what's going to happen. Yeah, we didn't get that move, right? So projection for the next few years, January 21st, 2021, seeing what could happen there, right? We eventually did hit close, but we had went onto a nasty bear market, right? We never would go to fruition through that high. So fun to go through all this stuff and like see kind of all the different ideas. Hold on, there's a... So this one was like 100K incoming when we were down at like 60,000. You could see that we were going 108,000, right? And it said we would be there by, wow, we got there way earlier, right? So check this out. Let's see how this plays out. I mean, that's pretty spot on, right? I mean, that's spot on. And you can see I even gave the stop loss and everything. You take this trade, you're in the massive gains. I took this trade. I put basically a lot of my net worth in here, and we blasted to the upside. So there's another beautiful Bitcoin call. And look, that's the cup and handle to the upside. So look, that says we'll get there by, March. Fine. We got there by January 20th or something. So that was about a month and maybe 40 days off. But bang, I mean, another awesome call, right? For Bitcoin, right? I see a bull flag on the 22-hour time frame ready to pump. Amen, right? But look at that. I mean, that was textbook. And you could see where it was going to go based on the algorithmic measured move. Look how my measured moves hit exactly. Like, they're insane. You're going to be this good. I'm not trying to talk myself up. I'm trying to talk up the system that I teach and show you that this is the gains that you could be having for yourself. This is the control over the market that you can have. You won't be listening to anybody else. You'll be able to see what's likely going to happen before it happens. You'll be nailing it. on a consistent basis. So look, the daily stochastics are pointing to the upside. They suggest a massive move is coming and consistency is on the way. All right, like a big move. Bitcoin showing lack of bearish momentum on the MACD, also suggesting a move is coming, and I see this uptrending inverted head and shoulder. So yes, I do see a move for Bitcoin. This is the bigger idea here that we're looking at. All right, this is the bigger idea that we're looking at for BTC, and I stick to that. So that's kind of my idea on the daily. Let's move into the 8 hour. 8 hours a little overbought. You know, it's going to have to get pinned. Like, see how this ended up staying up here and we had a huge rip? Looks like that's going to happen here. Like the 4 hour, the 8 hour, they may get pinned. The RSI actually is our game here. Getting the retest above the medium line, super awesome. See how that broke out, bouncing? And it's kind of look a shoulder, a bit of a head and right shoulder. That just looks bullish to me, and it's headed back to the top of the channel. The 8 hour looks good. Look at the shoulder. See the inverted head and shoulder here? And honestly, this could be the breakout. We may be breaking out today. We very well may. I mean, things are starting to go in our favor pretty nicely to the upside. Small time frames are starting to consolidate. We had our pump. They got too far away from the 21. They're going to have to make flags, and then it looks like we're going to head further to 106, maybe even, usually if you clip 106, you'll go further in. So BOOKMAP is suggesting we're going further to the upside here for Bitcoin. Only a matter of time. All right. 8 hour looks like it will get pinned. The 4 hour, see how it came down mid-size but bent? Really good sign that we could get a move. Let's readjust this trend. So yeah, Bitcoin really is like, this is it. Like, this is it. Look how tight. Like, so it came up, came down, came up. Again, I have to tell you, by the tech, by the book, this is a 50% pattern. Now, the breakout will be the leg. First the move, but the leg is, the breakdown will just be the size of the back, right? A little smaller than the breakdown. Why is that? Just because that's how it is when you're in an uptrend. And yes, we could break down. The measured move takes you to about 87 or to 92,005. I don't want to be overly bullish. I want to leave a little there. Like right now, I mean, I'm telling you, because let's go over it. Whenever the moving averages get tight, we have a big move. The moving averages are super tight. You have a low, you had a slight higher high there and a higher low. That's uptrend. Okay? Inverted head and shoulder, you're getting tight. But don't be surprised, man. Maybe they go bear trap, rip it up, and they go after all the stops down here and attempt to liquidate. So just, you never know. All right? And again, I wouldn't put it past the market maker. The 1 hour still looks a little sketchy. How do you commit then? Eventually, you have to look at probability and take one side. That's how I make gains. Like, how did I make the money I made? I take a risk based on probability. So now we zoom in here. So we know the big picture. We know that we don't have to like look at the bigger picture anymore. We can now zoom in and say, okay, what's happening here? So now we zoom into the 1 minute time, the 1 hour. And like, just like I always do, I mean, that's a flag. You can almost say it broke out and retested the top of the flag. You see that? Which we've been seeing that a lot. That's a microcosm of like this other flag that we saw. Remember, we called this right shoulder yesterday. You could still even be in that trade and you're in the money. The key idea here is the golden cross on the 1 hour time frame, suggesting that something is brewing here. Now, we could still do something like this, bounce off 103 and there still could be some consolidation here too as well. It is a Friday, right? And look, now the longs are starting to build the stop losses here. So now they may, see the longs that just got put in? They just happened right now. And they may go, right? 105.9 now. But wow, we just got someone pulling in at 107. Ooh, look at this now. It's juicy. So now we got some shorts who just entered the market, and they put some stop losses in at 107 and 107,000. They're feeling frisky. I wish they could see themselves on the board and know what they look like, how naked they look up there. So now, don't tempt me with a good time, but BOOKMAP now sees liquidity up to 106. So the most liquidity is 106,000. That's the big red. And then the second level is 107. So wow, I mean, that looks juicy. Look, those longs disappeared. I don't know what they were doing. This looks like you're going to the upside for Shozy, for Sheezy. Maybe they were watching my stream and they took their trades off board, right? They were like, don't show the positions. All right. It's better to DCA with normal people. We don't have tens of thousands disposable over here. So look at that. That's a bullish engulfing candle on the 1 hour time frame. Yes, the stochastics are high, but they could flip. I've seen something like this. I've seen it all on stochastics, and they can stay up here all day long. But it is, it does bode. It does say, hey, you're at resistance. You had a nice short squeeze. You're a little far from the 21. To me, it's all about that 21-day moving average. And it's back to that 15-minute time frame. Wow, the 15 minutes. So if you're back here with me, right as the stream began, I saw this ascending triangle inside of the inverted head and shoulder with the cup and handle, and the cup and handle blasted to the upside. I find this fascinating because I want to show you something that'll blow your mind. Because a lot of people make these shorts to mess with people. Wow, we're getting the pump now. Look at that thing. Mooning to the $106,000 level. Absolutely mooning, right? So this thing could get busy for cheesy. All right? One thing I want to show you is, look, what happened this morning was a short that we put out recently that I was like, man, and the short talked about how you see these same stuff over and over again inside of the pattern, like multiple patterns in the pattern. Wish I could find it because it's exactly what we're talking about here. Yeah, this one right here, I think. That's a beautiful inverted head and shoulder on TMA. Watch this. You have it. I mean, and you're bouncing off the 786. That's textbook technical analysis right there. And mind you, this is another reason why that is the cup and that is the handle, right? And there's your cup and handle with the bigger measured move too. And then what I also learned, which was crazy, was we got the flat top and that's an ascending triangle. So the cup and handle, the inverted head and shoulder, and the ascending triangle were all the same patterns. You see, that short, you should save that short. The shorts I put out are mind-blowing. The idea behind this is exactly the same thing I just showed you. It's the ascending triangle with the inverted and the cup and handle inside. I mean, that's it. So once your mind gets tuned to this ability to see, I mean, you're going to be unstoppable. Like, no one can stop you. Like, you're going to be able to see things, and you can trade memes, trade altcoins, trade Forex, trade Tesla, trade, the NASDAQ futures. It doesn't matter. It's all the same. It all happens the same way, shape and form. All right? Look, you want to be an ICT guru? I mean, of course, look right there. Was there not a fair value gap right there that had to be filled? Yeah, look from where that candle went to that candle. Look how big it. Where did we go? What is a fair value gap? You have a pump to the upside. You come down for the spread. People buy in. They shred down. They buy up. See the top wick here? See where that... So you take a candle with a move. You see how a candle comes up and a candle comes down? You see how there's a space there? Price action likes to revisit those spaces, just like a CME gap. And that takes us to the CME gap, which I'll show you too as well. And we did fill the CME gap. So there's so many different nuances to trading. Now, I don't even need to know ICT and have any idea of what that fair value gap is. It's nice to know for me because it's kind of like I like to see Alice in Wonderland. I like to know what everybody, all the traders know. I like to know what every trader in the market uses. XO charts, I get it. I don't need it. You see what I'm saying? I watch them use it. I figured it out. I don't need it. Okay? It's a waste of time to me. I watch how almost every other trader trades, and I won't even mention them. I shouldn't even know, but they use vector candles, and they can see when I don't need that either. Why? Because the vector candle will show you when your moving averages are tight. See, I can see it before the vector candle explodes too. But again, the vector candle, the point is, if you use this system I use, it'll basically encompass almost everyone on YouTube, wrap them into a bow, and you'll still be you'll be amazing. I'm telling you right now. I've watched every other YouTuber for years. I've taken it all in. I've been here for years now. And I was able to kind of find a system that kept me super simple, super consistent, and just steady. All right? And it come from hard work. Like, there's no easy way around this. Like, I wish I could tell you, oh, yeah, And some people just want to, buy a couple of this and that. But to me, to be able to teach this to your students, teach it to your family, put it, use it on a higher level, that's really what you want to be doing. So anyway, we just got a huge short squeeze. All right. And honestly, we hit the measured move. If I had stayed in that and we cleared 106,000, BOOKMAP said, so when we started the stream, go back, right? When the stream started, we had this big glob of liquidity where at 106,000. So the next time you trade, so right now, if I were you, I would buy BOOKMAP in the description below. I do get a commission, but I would have it. And when you wake up in the morning, I would open up your BOOKMAP and I would take a look. Then I would learn from me and take my class. So if you open up BOOKMAP and then you took my class, which is once a month, or you could take a pre-recorded version of it, watch that class. I even have a shortened version of it for free in the trading group. So look, like today you could change your life. Today could be the day you're like, you know what? Like say you're struggling, say you're losing, say your trades aren't going well. Today's the day you join my trading group for $99, all right? Immediately, within seconds of joining, right? Within seconds of joining, you're in a Discord. Already people are saying, hey, what's up, what's up? And you say, hey, I've been struggling. And within seconds, people are going to start telling you, hey, man, we're here for you. We love you. You can do this. And someone's going to share maybe a story with you. Like, I was down and out, but I made it. And you get back, wow. Once you're there, too, you go to the content directory. All right, right here. And you just start getting busy immediately. Immediately, we give you this watch first, right? Right when you go into watch first, I put together a course. You basically tells you how to get around the Discord, right? Then you go to read first. Inside of read first, I put together a class for you. This class is an in-depth course explaining how to use all the indicators that I'm using, what's happening, all right? Support or resistance. It's a boot camp. Divergence. This is going to set you and you're going to start trading differently. It's 36 minutes to change your life. You have access to this immediately. I've crunched time and space down for you. You're immediately going to get your $99. This course alone, 36 minutes, I really believe is worth the $99. Never mind. And we're going to continue to give you more value every day. Anyway, change your life today. Get an education that will make you see the world differently. I was a video editor that sat behind a desk at video editing. Now I do technical analysis. What changed? What changed? I got an education. So all I can tell you is if you like what you see here, you see a guy who gets to live his life, wear all different types of suits every day, travel the world, have fun, meet people, live in light, love, and happiness, follow my heart. And if that's awesome, I give you the guidelines to do it. It's going to be very hard. You're going to have to go after a very, it's tough. Nothing is, but you know what? It's hard to be, like Dan Payne, you said, it's hard to be broke. It's hard to be rich. Life is hard, man. It is what it is. I'd rather go through life rich, man. You know what I mean? It's going to be hard no matter what, is what he said. I agree with him. So look, we pumped what? And what happened? We got away from the 21-day moving average. The stochastics got high. I take stochastics from dotted line to dotted line, call it a day. All right? And again, just like I showed you, you don't have to get in here and get out here. I got in here and I got out like right there, right? I just took a piece of this move. You don't have to get every single move. I didn't even have to trade today. It was a low volume Friday. Unbelievable that I was able to see that move before it happened, just based off the inverted head and shoulder and moving averages. High volume node. Told you can soar back to the liquidity zone. And then BOOKMAP showed me where everyone was waiting with their stop losses, and I knew we could take them out. So was I cheating? Yeah, I had data that other people didn't have. BOOKMAP gave me an edge. Don't you understand this? So you could use BOOKMAP or you don't. And again, it's funny. I show off the beautiful edge that BOOKMAP gives me every single day on this channel, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. All right. So, and I only receive commission, no sponsorship. All right. Only commission. The only sponsor I have is Decrypted.tax, and I highly advise you go to Decrypted.tax today, say the lifer sent you. They're just going to do all the ins and outs. Like, who else do you want to trust to go through your taxes? This guy will be able to figure out everything from DeFi to ins and outs to what happened. And it's just absolutely amazing. He owns a Bored Ape. He's deep into crypto. He has a great staff and a great group of people. Go to Decrypted.tax today to find out more. And thank you so much for the sponsorship from Decrypted.tax. It is tax season. Don't wait till the last minute. It's kind of corny. Get it done. Get it done. Okay, so Bitcoin showing signs of life here after a nice move. Let's clean this up a little bit and let's assess what went on. Right here locally, 103.8 is a beautiful bounce zone. All right, right there. And I'm going to delete all this. I might see another scalp trade here. Like, we may not be done with this pump. Remember, the bigger time frames look good. When they look good, the small time frames will start to compensate. Like, they'll just start flagging out over and over again. It's all about, that's why we do the macro analysis. So we got above a point of control. That's bullish, number one. 15-minute 21 is pulling up towards price in a pretty good manner. Like, it's not stagnant. Like, it's not down here. It was a pretty fast move. I'll give it to you. 21's there. Yeah, the 1 hour looks somewhat interesting, but the 1 hour looks like it could right now. The 1 hour double topped. You have major resistance at 106. You got to get that daily candle above 106. So the daily again hit this resistance area. And that may be it for the day. We may just go sideways, right? But look at the stochastics. The stochastics on the daily say no. They say more is coming. 1 hour's a little sketch, but it could get slammed. It could get, and that's why the 15-minute today is my guide. Every once in a while, there's a time frame that just gives me more clarity than others. And a lot of times it is the 15-minute, man. I really like the 15-minute. It might be my favorite time frame because it's that blend between small and large. Like, it's not too big, it's not too little. It gives you insight into the 1 minute, and can give you insight into the 1 hour. It blends both of those time frames, So what I do is I begin to, I'm not saying we're going to a flag, we're going to pump for sure. What I say is if we do make a flag, that would be where we would go. So I can already kind of set up a risk to reward ratio before I even make the trade. Doesn't mean I'm taking it. So I don't want it to everyone, like, because someone might just pop in and say, oh, this is the trade this guy's saying. No, that's not what I'm doing. So could we get the move here all the way to about 107,312? There's a possible chance. I want to see the 21 interact with price action again now on the 15-minute. We may dump all the way down. This may become a disaster with the resistance here, and that might be it. And what's likely going to happen, honestly, is what I see is just some chop here. But look at that trend line. That trend line's hot right there. And likely we come back down and we just do stuff like this. And we get maybe very tight Sunday night. And then that's when Sunday night is when the real volatility begins. And it looks like they may play a sideways here for the next 36 to 48 hours. I don't know what's going to happen, so I flag out the 15-minute. Watch how it interacts with the 21-day moving average. The pattern just kind of changes the measured move. See? And then obviously, the target. And the whole trade changes as it keeps moving, but that's, that's why this is just an outline. It's a basic outline. You're not, you're just you're throwing paint on the wall here, seeing what sticks. That's why you should be on a Friday selling the top near the 21-day moving average, the resistance. And that was the measured move of the inverted head and shoulder. That's kind of what you got. So, and that was the cup and handle too. The cup and handle, you take wick to wick, or to the middle if there's a deep, and then you put it in the handle. I mean, that's exactly where the handle said we would go. That's so crazy. And if someone who's just joining, I'll take off the moving averages for a second. I know but there's your handle, and that's a cup. Clear as day, that's a cup and handle. No denying it. And it was gone, baby, gone. Cup and handles do this straight upward trajectory. It's the fastest, quickest way to make money. That's why they call me Sammy Cup and Handy. I've identified the highly efficient entry point in the chart on almost any asset in the world because the cup and handle is so. That's why I got the nickname Sammy Cup and Handy. Someone gave it to me. I didn't make it up. I don't even know who called it or how it. I don't know how it happened. Someone super chatted it or something. I started drawing them so much, they were like, Sammy Cup and Handy. I don't remember when it happened. And then Altcoin Daily called me Sammy Cup and Handy on ATB one day. He was like, Sammy Cup and Handy. And that's when that was it, right? You get, he's like a legend in the space. And that was, I'm going to say 3 years ago, right? So, and the rest is history. So yeah, back to the 21. And I went over this last night. It's annoying because once you know this, it's it's hard to hold as many. It's like you want to become a more pro scalper because you can just see how price action is going to work throughout the day. Now, again, I don't know what's going to happen. We may still make a beautiful ascending triangle and get busy here. I want to see how the 21 interacts again with price action. Both of these are probable. That could be the low buy right now. Aggressive entry to get in at 105.3 right now. Is some resistance, resistance. I mean, that's a key level. 105.3 seems to have some support, which now that kind of starts to tell me, hey, there's a good chance we are going to make this sideways trajectory because you have so much resistance there that can become support. High volume node sticking out. 105 seems doable. At that point, what I do is, and I play with it, but I start kind of getting rid of the idea that we're in that and more that we're in this. See how I'm nimble to what could be? Bruce Lee, be like water, right? Water takes form of anything it falls into, but doesn't lose its identity. Okay? And that's kind of the key to trading. Like, I want to take form of what could be, but not lose my ability to pull the trigger when I'm ready. Like, I'm not getting swayed by the market when I'm drawing different patterns. I'm waiting to take the perfect trade. All right, that's me being water. Like, I don't change, but I'm fluid with what could be happening by having multiple probabilities, right, and possibilities. So this is how I trade. It's a live action type of trading. Like I do, it's in real time. You understand? I'm trapping price, making it give me a decision. Why? Because I've watched live price action for so long that I'm able to do this. If you haven't watched live price action for years, this becomes, you know what I mean? But that's why I'm going to speed flow you through this stuff and make it faster for you. Again, I'm telling you, I have no idea what's going to happen right now. All I know is that the odds are we'll come back to the 21. And it looks more like it was a Friday low liquidity squeeze, and now because we're at the top of the pattern, we can come back to the bottom now. What if this is a head and shoulder and we dump? What if we go back down to, everyone thinks it's up only. I don't know what's going to happen. What if there's a black swan? What if something you never imagined occurs? That you have to be open-minded. See, I used to think that the market, no black swan can happen. It can only be one way. That's just ridiculous. But as you get older and you've seen I've seen the market do so many things I never thought possible. So now I will never assume I know what's about to happen. Okay? Just not just not how I'm going to play it. So shout out to anyone that took the trade. I hope you didn't chase. Move your stop loss to break even as soon as possible. You saw me execute a live trade. Okay? And we do this a lot here on the channel on a low volume Friday too. And you can see how I did it. And I took you through the whole mindset. Even showed you a short that kind of replicated the same thesis. I think that's a really good way to teach. And so we hit you. We hit you hard today. Tell your friends, come back for more. There's good information here every single day. So, where do we stand now? We could go either way. Liquidity still says it wants to go and tackle 107,000. I'll watch the 15-minute. It's going to tell us what's going to happen. If the 15-minute bounces up and makes a beautiful sideways chart, awesome. We can likely trade that flag. And that'll take, you can hold shift down in this. What I love about it is you can hold shift here and go sideways. It says it could take about 3 hours and 45 minutes, anywhere between 1 to 3 hours. Well, it tells me that there's no reason to jump into a trade right now. I don't have to go crazy. Let the market sit and find its way. Now, if we start to dump crazy and we lose the 200 man on the 15, then that's a short. And we might actually be in for some major downside. So, again, the 15-minute will tell me what's likely going to happen. I just need to pay attention. And so there we are. Let's jump on into the super chat, see what's happening here on the day. I traded the charts and the TA, and sometimes things just do. It really just feels like. I firmly disagree. Yeah. But again, if you do it every day, maybe you're only in the 2 to 3 year phase. At 3 years, that's what it feels like. But after years, things start to make sense. Hawk, he says, following Sam, you will be great analyst, but truly, oh my God. This guy's horrible, right? Such a nasty thing to say. Nasty. Yeah, we don't want stuff like that, man. Yeah, that's not good, man. That's not good. Yeah, that creates like a real issue. Someone will have to take you aside and have a long talk with you, my man, because that's not how we go here. Like, that could literally, that type of comment could get you booted from the group. And I know you don't, you'd be like, why? But I'm being so, because you don't want to divide like the two people that run the group together. Anyway, we'll move on. But that's, yeah, that's no good, man. That's not good. You don't want to do stuff like that. Yeah, it's not cool. The trades I give over and over again play out over and over again. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And never say anything on this channel you would never say to my face. You know what I mean? Remember that. Like, yeah. We will find your email. We'll track you. That, honestly, for me, that's because divide and conquer. No. Yeah. He goes, I guess people don't remember when you called the top for XRP. People don't remember everything, man. I made thousands of calls around my life. Yeah. Yeah, dude, I think that's one of your students, Master Friend. So I think we need to take that kid aside and have a long talk with him. Because that ain't cool with me at all. And never will be. You know what I mean? He tried to divide us. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. Yeah. I wake up at 4 a.m. to get educated by Sammy Cup and Handy. God bless. From Hawaii. God bless, man. Yeah. Yeah, we raise up others, not down. Yeah. I've been with the group about 2 weeks. Been watching the stream for about a month. And I've seen is fire knowledge and setups. Shout out to Tyler Williams. Thank you, brother. Let's take a look at RUNE, Filecoin, Casper, Deep, Virtuals, Onyx Coin, and Destra. Wow, you guys are hitting me hard. All right. Best channel for TA and mental training. Shout out to Jay Bella in the house. God bless you, brother. Thank you for being here. Let's take a look at the fan funding and see what's happening on the day. So, morning, take a look at RUNE. What are your thoughts on the drama? You know what's so funny? I guess God just keeps me away from drama. You know what I mean? And I don't even know anything about it. Isn't that crazy? I don't know anything about the RUNE drama. I kind of got a little bit of something. Someone's like, I'm trading RUNE, I'm doing this, blah, blah, blah. And then it like... All I know is when someone asked me about it, I said it lost a major trend line that it had for a long time, see? And looks like it's collapsing further to the downside. I mean, it's a great project, though, and FUD usually is good, in a way. I don't know. But, it's beat to the ground. Look at it on the 3-day, just like... It's almost like how much more can you sell something off, but it could also bear flag here. And then maybe continue. So you got to watch it just like we were saying Bitcoin. You know, the same idea there. Back to the downside. All right. Okay. Good morning, brother. Onyx Coin. Can you do virtuals, please? Yes, I will. We did virtuals at the beginning. Thank you. And shout out to Alexandra Hartman. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with the drama with RUNE, but the chart looks bad. Or good for a bear. Let's take a look at XCN Onyx Coin. Everyone wants to know, like, is it going to continue to pump? What's happening with Onyx Coin? And I said to everybody, I said, when a coin gets this high on the 3-day chart, pull your fib and know that it will likely come back down to the 618 fib, maybe even the 786. So you're looking for a key area, something like that. Something like that. All right. And maybe you get all the way up here to about 060. All right. Like a lion protects the herd, I protect the trading group from any negative sources or just like anyone that would divide us or pull us apart. All right. So anyone with that mentality, that type of thought process, we can't have around. So if we sniff it out, if we find out, I have to be honest, that type of person will be removed from the group. It's breaking the rules of the group too, technically, right? It's just not a good look. Anyway, and I very rarely, I think I've removed like maybe 5 people from my group in the last 4 years. It's very rare. So, very rare. It's just, I don't have to. We have the best people in the group. Look at this thing, 223% gains, but it looks like it's going to come down first before it could pump. I mean, it went on a massive rally. And again, I could be wrong. Maybe it does more of a sideways price action. But I mean, look how far you are from that 21. You got to come back to it. I say the same thing every single day. Back to the 21, back to the 21, back to the 21. And I have to pause right here for a moment. Dear Lord, thank you for all the beautiful people here on the live. Thank you for the likes, 674 likes. That is unbelievable. I can't believe that many beautiful people cared enough to hit that like button. Dear Lord, thank you so much. I'm so grateful for all the people that do anything for me in any way, shape, or form. Nothing is owed to me at all. I fight every single day for every single scrap, penny, inch that I get. I push this channel all the way to 89,000. Dear Lord, thank you so much for the energy, the ability to wake up, the ability to push, the ability to believe, and the ability to help others. Thank you for the likes that you send my way. Thank you for everyone that appreciates me and sends those likes. It's the most greatest feeling on earth, and I'm so appreciative. Thank you, dear Lord. And man, sending likes to me definitely will come back to you tenfold. It's the nicest thing you could do for somebody. It's very easy to just lightly gloss over that like button, hit it, and it only comes back to you to do something nice for someone else. Also, you're doing it for my kids and my wife. I'm a family man of 3 daughters. I just had a baby. She's 6 months old. I'm procreating. All right? I got 3 beautiful daughters. They are awesome. They are beautiful. And every time you hit that like button, you're supporting a family man, an American family man with a self-made business. So, and a new age and a new innovative age. So, God bless you and thank you. You're doing something amazing hitting that like button, bigger than you realize, for the whole world. You're supporting the family, the nuclear family, which really creates the strength of society. So amen to you. Really, amen to you. Let's get back to brass tacks. And so Onyx Coin, I see it pulling back here somewhere down to 1.9. And that usually takes a lot longer than you think, about a month to a month and a half when I see those pullbacks. Hey, Sammy, take a look. Filecoin, I believe a US-based crypto, maybe will go up soon. Let's take a look at Filecoin. And Filecoin's, you know, it's in that, it's kind of deep in a way, right? Again, every single legacy coin from the last cycle. And this is why they call me Sammy Cup and Handy. This is cup and handle season. It's funny, we're back to where we were here. See the cup and handle there? And we called it cup and handle season when things started to rip. Cup and handle season is the beginning of the end of the bottom. The beginning of the end of the bottom. Exactly. Yeah. Say that 10 times fast. The beginning of the end of the bottom. No, it's not that bad, actually. So there's your cup, right? Sometimes the cup isn't perfect the way, you know, and it kind of, but that's a beautiful cup. Then you pull your fib, and this is a model of mine that I've played many, many times. You have the 786 fib. You should have what's called hidden bullish divergence. Yeah, it's very slight on the 3-day. It should be a little better, but it is there, like, because that's slanted up and that slants more flat. The stochastic should be low below the dotted line and somewhat curving. If you can find a bullish div on the daily or the 4 hour, that would obviously usually is in tune. And this tells me that once you cross the 3-day 200 MA, you are going to erupt to the upside. This tells me that's a screaming buy right now for Filecoin. And again, every legacy coin looks like Filecoin right now. From Atom to Filecoin to Polkadot. Just like, you know, I guess, and now I'm like drawing up, but like every single coin. Probably Matic looks like this. You name the coin, it's going to have a cup and handle on the 3-day chart. Solana is just ahead of it all, but already pumping to the upside, right? And again, if you join the trading group, you'll have access to the gains too as well that are produced constantly, like the 314% gains that were given on 122, the perfect entry right there. That thing ripped to the upside on XCN. Accurate calls for Bitcoin. It was going to go down to about 98,002. It hit the exact target. FARTBOY blowing up out of that huge parabola that we could see happening. Another accurate call for Bitcoin out that flag. 21-day moving average, 200 MA. And then boom, an ascending triangle to the upside even, and more. Ohm pumping to the upside out the flag for 66%. So gains on gains. Jump on into the trading group to learn more. So yeah, Filecoin could show up all the way to 99.97, about $10 Filecoin. And I made these nice, big, beautiful, you know, price notes so you can kind of see price action nice and neat here. But Filecoin looks like it's about to erupt. Ethereum, and we're going to spend a moment here on Ethereum in a second. It's about to be the Ethereum moment about 11:30. I wanted to spend time on Ethereum. That was my vision for the stream. Why black and gray today? I don't know. I saw a black shirt. Just felt like that was the move. So 3-day cup and handles are huge. You definitely want to pay attention to the 3-day cup and handle to the upside. That thing could be massive. All right, for Filecoin. Sammy, take a look at Casper, the daily logarithmic. Hope everyone had a great week. If you aren't trading, you're missing out. Shout out to Brandon, 2181. And I gave up on this coin a long time ago. It just, the whole market, it dipped on the whole market, right? Like, the whole market was ripping and it did nothing. It's actually way lower. Look at this thing. It's, the insiders sold it all. I don't know what happened to this thing. Not even close to its 3-day 200 MA. It does look like it could pump, but man, I would stay away from this thing. Yeah. Horrible project. Actually, I don't want to put anyone down. I don't trade it anymore, and I sold it off. How's that? If you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all, says my mama. All right. Shout out to the 2,296 beautiful people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. And we're not even close to done yet. Good morning, Sam. Have a great day and weekend, brother. God bless you, Rudy 007. Thank you. The easy way to learn trading is to join the 99. Amen, man. There's no easy way, but hey, there's a way to get it done. Shout out to Brandon, 2181, Crypto Plumber, James Charles. Can we look at Destra Network on ETH at 30 cents? I mean, DSYNC is so hot. And it's a beautiful coin. Again, it gets pushed by Becker all day long. Hey, look at double top, though. Chart doesn't look amazing. I own none of this coin, just to make it really clear. If I did, I'd let you know. Previous resistance, bounce. There's a bit of a double bottom here. And this thing could continue to move. And it suggests that you go all the way to, like, I don't know, 57. Right? That's a beautiful double bottom. I think there's some less saturated plays out there. A lot of people into this kind of, in those Discord communities with Becker and all those guys. But, it's a hot project. He'll continue to bring it up. People will hear about it. It isn't a beautiful double bottom. The odds of losing are lower, right? You're not buying overbought green candles. You're buying a downtrend at a double bottom. So there it is. And now if the double bottom plays out, it has another measured move because it'll break out of this too. Right? And because double bottoms break out as such, because every moment is a teaching moment in trading, right? But that would move like this. So it is a double bottom. It's been sideways now for 12 days. Looks like no one wants to sell it off, but no one wants to buy it in. And it's kind of waiting for ETH to do its thing. Am I wrong? Stokes look good though. More bullish than bearish if I had to make a call on it. You're not buying the top. That's the best place to enter. But again, you got to do what makes you happy, and the education has to make sense to you. Been in trading over 2 weeks. Tons of value. Can you look at deep on the 1 hour? I'm in pretty heavy. Significant squeeze, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty heavy on deep as well. So I love Deep Book Protocol. Everyone knows I went in for 40K around 29. All right, so it's about where I got in, a little lower. And I also made massive gains. I started buying it down here. I took profits here, and I got back in. Why do I like Deep Book? Well, number one, it was a sleeper project I didn't see a lot of people talk about. Number two, I know SWE is going to enter hard. And if ETH goes into any type of movement, that money trickles through the market, and it goes into Sol, goes into SWE. And so way back when SWE started to push around 70 cents, I told everyone, I said, why jump into SWE? I said, why be, because everyone just does what everyone else does. They just buy SWE, right? I saw all these other guys in trading groups. I'm buying 10 grand of SWE, 50 grand of SWE, right? I didn't say anyone talk about Deep Book. So I researched SWE and I went through it, and I said, man, and then, I also found out what new coins hit MEXC, Deep. I found out what Deep was. I did my research. Now at the time we go back, right? SWE was $3 billion market cap. But Deep Book was like 100. I think it was even 80 million when I first looked at it. All right? This thing was like $100 million market cap. Since then, the market cap has done an 8x. We were looking at this thing at 3 or 4 cents. It's done a 7x, 10, even a little lower too. And so to me, this is an obvious play. It has almost a third of the circulating supply out already, and that's pretty good for a newer coin. All right, comparatively. It's got a sweet address too, which makes it fast and easy and efficient to buy. The all-time high was 34. It's not that far from it. The fact that after Bitcoin's massive dumps and all the things that have happened, this thing is still right near its all-time high. Come on now. It's up 2,500% from the all-time low at a penny. Dude, I was talking about this thing around 1 to 3 cents. Deep Book Protocol. And again, I own a huge bag of it. But I mean, not paying attention to Deep is just not paying attention to the market. And so I think, to me, and I am a good salesman, right? I like my own, I am drinking my own Kool-Aid, but of course I am. But I like Deep Book. 50 cents coming for Deep. And that's going to make Daddy another 40 racks. So let's go. Or 80, about 80% on 40. So about, 32,000. So let's see this thing make a move here. And look at the stochastics, man. It just looks ready to go. It looks ready to go. So Deep Book looks interesting to me. Chance we just go sideways a little bit there too. Shoulder, head, right shoulder, and we are Guan, baby, Guan. All right, that's like our biggest possible leg. And we're talking 63 cent Deep Book. And then people, at 1 billion people will start buying it. They'll start being like, oh, this is high. It could go to 5 billion, not 5x. Where do I see Deep Book going? I mean, there's a huge parabola for sure on the horizon for it. And this will probably be one of my bigger calls into the bull market. Thing's going to do a 60x or something. And from when we got into 40, it looks like it's going to, if it goes to 60 cents, that's a 20x. I mean, that's absolutely beautiful. And if you got in any earlier near a penny down at the very beginning when it first got on MEXC, and you didn't even need to go on a DEX to get this thing. It was on MEXC, but you could have bought it on Sweet, right? And you'd be like, on it, you could have bought it on its own protocol. You could buy Deep on Deep, right? So you can see why I like Deep. Low, high, higher, low. Going to crush that, Does it double top here and dump? Maybe, does Bitcoin, black swan us? And does this not get above resistance and we end up down here? Anything is possible. I'm open-minded to it. But so far, you got to believe in the trajectory. And I mean, look at the trend line. The trend is your friend until it's not. That thing has just bounced off the trend and looks like it's about to make another big move. Again, who knows? But Deep Book looks absolutely beautiful. And because I do this obsessively every single day, I find coins, I find opportunity. I believe there's opportunity to find. I believe it's going to happen. I believe I'm going to find the hottest coins. I believe this channel is going to do it. Because I believe that's what happens. We create the reality in which we live in by manifesting the frequency in which we believe. That creates a synchronicity loop. We pull the things into our lives in which we think about. Our minds create our reality, everybody. If I think I can, I probably will do it. If I think I can, I probably won't. It's really simple. Like, when you put it really simply, people are like, yeah, you're right. Like, let's go. I love this idea of 2 10-year-olds playing softball, baseball. One gets up to the plate and thinks, man, I'm never going to be good. I'm never going to hit the ball. Just nervous with the baseball. Is that person going to hit a home run? The odds are very low. The person comes up to the bat. I'm strong. I'm efficient. My daddy told me I could do this. I believe in it. My daddy brought me to the park extra this week and give me some extra practice. You know what I mean? That also helps, right? Having a confidence. So look what happens when you have a father figure in somebody's life that takes them to the park a little extra. When a parent cares, that kid at softball gets a little more love from the parent. When they're up at the plate, they remember, whoa, I was here when no one was here last week. My daddy took me alone and polished me, worked on my skills. That builds confidence. See what a parent can do for confidence. The other kid, daddy was too busy. Dad was out drinking. Dad didn't show up for me. I don't even know how to hold this bat, right? You have so much, you could do so much for your kids. The effort you put in will change their lives forever. Every time you put down what you think is more important and you go and hang out with your kid and God's going to give you this little extra gem to give them. You're going to feel rewarded for doing it. You're going to want to do it again. You're going to say, hey, let me find an extra hour. You might be at softball where let me find an extra hour to take my kid to the... Let me try. I can squeeze in some extra time here. I can bring my iPad and I could do some charting while she's at practice and then I could watch the game. Whatever you got to do, there's a way to do it. I'm telling you, God made you so creative and amazing that there's no reason you can't say you can't do something. Impossible. So Deep Book looks interesting to me, and Deep Book has been pushing through Bitcoin's dips and doesn't seem to care. It's been impervious to Bitcoin's, absolute shenanigans. All right. So look at Bitcoin, dumped all the way down and then bounced off what? The 21. So let's get rid of all this idea. Again, I didn't say I was going to long. I said we're just waiting. And look, now we can get rid of this because that's not what happened. What happened was the falling wedge. We knew one of them was going to happen because we knew the 21 had to be revisited. When you're in a low liquidity day, you come further back down. When you have high liquidity and good volume, you might make the flag. Why? Because think about it, there's more people buying. That creates the flag. The behavior is creating the pattern. The patterns show me the behavior. Soon, your subconscious mind realizes that the whole time you were just adjusting data. Patterns represent the same information you could have got other places. Just it translates it faster to your brain. Understand? You don't have to read or go through the data. You just have to see what the data is telling you. For instance, something comes out, let's just say a stock comes out. There's good news for it. It gets a good pump. All right. And then whatever that news was, they speculate, like, let's just say it came out with let's just say it's a car company that comes up with a new age engine. That's awesome. And then they might actually reveal that. So they hear that news and it pumps. Then they might reveal the car at like CES. And people are waiting on that. So what does it do? It bear flags. It bull flags. And then when the car comes out, it makes another big bump to the upside, right? The whole point was the bull flag was created by the anticipation. You see, like, the charts show you what's actually happening in the real world. You don't even have to know the news. If you follow the charts, you'll just be doing the right thing all along. Without the mathematical right thing will take care of you. It'll be absolutely amazing. So, all right, let's keep pumping through these super chats. A lot of people coming on in here. Thank you. And look, we have you don't think this is strange? We have 888 likes. We have $88 in chat revenue. The 8888888. Pretty crazy, man. And people are bored. A lot of people got shaken out of this market. But they'll be back. They will be back. Sam, we love you. Stas, we love you too, man. You're the best, brother. I'm buying a Corvette and putting Stas as the license plate. Sam, beyond grateful, our paths crossed. The currents of lives pulled me here. Join the 99 today. Ready to swim and deep dive. Excited, brother. Shout out to TJ, man. God bless you. Litecoin, please, my sensei. And your thoughts about it, please. I got into Litecoin when it was $5. I used to talk about Litecoin all the time. I love Litecoin. Yeah, kind of a boring coin to me now. I still hold a little bag of it. So the last time I talked about Litecoin, someone asked me, I said, it's likely to bounce off 94. There's a cup and handle. I said, the next target is 137.77. And look, it hit pretty much my exact target. The Wick said it went to 139.53. So I was off by maybe $1.70 on a $130 asset. That ain't bad if you ask me. Now what? Well, it's doing what Bitcoin's doing. Congratulations that anyone took that call. That made you gains 45%, and it's still holding gains of 37, and no stop loss got hit in the making of that trade. You would have put it below the support. So what I see happening now is, yes, we have the cup and handle. Yes, we have this beautiful bounce, and it's just going to follow Bitcoin to a T, right? So they're all going to be in this ascending triangle, getting tighter. Some little slight variations, but for the most part, exactly right. Looks like to me that this is going to come back down. So it says you're going to get 5 more days of pain for the alts. Then some tightness, and then we can finally take off. Some big news is going to happen, and then we're going to be off to the races. Maybe XRP wins the case too. That might be a catalyst for alt season. They're still in the lawsuit, right? It's not, and again, they won it and all that stuff, but it's not over yet. And you can confirm if I'm wrong here, but it's not over yet, right? There still is an issue with that SEC case. So yeah, I see it coming back down. Pull a fib there too. Get into the nitty gritty. Zoom in. Pull your Fibonacci here from wick to wick, and you can see. Yeah, I mean, you can even see from that wick there, but it bounce off that 618, a wick possibly down into that key area, and then boom. Litecoin to 212. Only a at a time. Looks very likely. And you can get a sense of that parabola. Litecoin looks interesting to me for sure. Thank you so much for the super chat. All right, it's time to talk about Ethereum. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, Ethereum. So what I have is a beautiful cup and handle. ETH is about to blast. As far as I'm concerned, I already called the bottom at that 618 golden pocket a couple days ago when I put ETH in this giant cup and handle. That's my model. The 200 MA, low stochastics on the daily. ETH is about to blast to the upside. I'm going to publicly tweet this and tell everybody that ETH is about to moon. All right, ETH is gone. It's about to decouple. It's going to do it, and Bitcoin's going to get that run to 120, and then Ethereum's going to run, and then Ethereum is going to start pumping. And a giant daily cup and handle. As you can see, I cannot type. You should look at me trying to type all day. It's the worst. I'm like a spazoid. ETH USD in a giant cup daily cup and handle. ETH has bottomed. The cup and Sammy cup and handy, right? ETH has bottomed. Sammy cup and handy has spoken. I only do this when I see my model that is 80 to, like, it's about 90% accurate. So I don't ever want to look foolish for any reason. And that target takes you to 5,000, by May or March. Mother may I. Then we get the sell-off in May, which we usually get even in a bull run sometimes, and then we get the tough summer, which is summer's always kind of tough. All right. ETH in a giant cup and handle. If you think ETH is about to blast, or are you bearish? Let me know. ETH in a giant daily cup and handle. ETH is bottom. Sammy cup and handy has spoken. Comment if you think. I like that. I just want to keep my thoughts clear here. Comment if you see. I even forget. Right, it's weird how you forget words are right there in front of you. Comment if you think ETH is about to blast, or are you bearish? Let me know. So Ethereum is about to smoke the market. Obviously, to me, low, high, higher, low, uptrend, ready to go. A giant inverted head and shoulder as well. A giant ascending triangle as well. For a massive, bigger move. It takes Ethereum to about 6,600. The only thing is, then a little flag, right? A pullback in, hopefully a faster one. The nastier, the quicker. And then the bull run ends with this massive pump at 7,000 around this. I don't know, man. Does ETH really go $8,000? I just don't see the $10,000 ETH, really. I don't. The sad thing is, it looks like ETH maybe doubles. Maybe doubles in this bull run. I mean, a double up, and it's going to take so much money and time. And the whole time it's doing this, it's going to be fighting Sui, Sol, and all these fast chains that are going to make even more money for more people. So I just, ETH is great, but all right. But I am bullish on it. It looks interesting to me. I don't think it's going to do anything on the ETH BTC side. I think it's going to continue to get it beat up. It might eventually try to gain some structure. So look, last time I told you, it said looked like ETH was going to lose, right? And it did. But it finally attempted to make some type of bearish div. But to me, it made a descending triangle that it's bearishly retesting the bottom of now. It's attempting to bearish retest again, but if Bitcoin goes on another tear, that'll be it, right? Looks like it's going to come up, bearishly retest, and dump. What you're looking for, if you're like hopeful for ETH BTC, is an inverted head and shoulder and to get back in good graces. If you zoom out too, you can just clearly see it's in just a horrible downtrend. And that's okay. You know, Bitcoin is the king. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that for me. I chose correctly so far, right? There was kind of a bullish dip there finally. Could that be at the bottom against ETH BTC? Just because ETH can pump doesn't mean ETH BTC is what you're looking for, right? And then you want to look at Sol Ethereum too. You don't want to just, you want to really deep dive Ethereum. And wow, ETH getting a little bit of, Sol getting, ETH gaining some steam against Solana, but in my mind, only a matter of time. When the whole market rips again, Solana will benefit from a bigger pump of liquidity. When more money comes into the market, Solana can process more of it. It's faster. The fees are quicker. More people will use it. So if you inject, another $500 billion into the market, I just don't see how ETH doesn't beat up on, Sol doesn't beat up on Ethereum. It does look like it's kind of ran its course. There's some bearish divvy there. Almost foreshadows like could there be some issues for Solana, but looks like Ethereum's gonna go on a pretty big tear soon, and Solana's gonna move, but it's not, everyone's gonna kind of, and so for a while there'll be some sideways price action, but in the long run it tells me that eventually Sol is going to beat up on Ethereum. But right now Ethereum's gonna take a little bit of market share back, and that also kind of hints on to what's gonna happen to ETH. Sam, what are your thoughts on Aerodrome, which is German, right? As someone said for airport, is that right? Maybe some other language I should know, right? Shame on me. Let's take a look here at Coinbase and see what's happening to Aerodrome. See, I see Aerodrome like every other coin. It's in the massive Sammy Cup and Handy. It's the last chance to buy. Look how oversold it is on the 3-day chart. And I hold this coin, and it held $1 so well. And to me, it might be one last chance to buy some Aerodrome before it takes a rip to $3.53. And to me, that will be an area to take profits on. Finally, since we got into 30, that'll be about a little over an 11x for me. And I will be jumping on out of AERO with some gains, baby gains. So I see AERO about to make massive moves. These will take a lot of time, everybody. Not every setup I give is a sweet and savory 15-minute scalp. Okay, some of these will take some time. It will not be easy. It won't be quick. They take patience. They take planning. All right, I've been in a lot of these coins and positions for years now. Years. All right, and I've done this many times. So if you've been tracking with me, you've been watching things happen over time. Casper, we've been in for a long, long time. All right. So there we have it. So Aerodrome, thank you. And that's from Quintero. We have Sebastian Constant. We have Sood. We have TJ. We had Stash, Sean Aaron, Benga, Rudy 007, James Charles, Brandon 2181, Crypto Plumber, Future Prophet, Andre Eluda, and Alexandra Hartman in the space. All right. Y'all heard a ton coin, of course. Hey, Sam, can you take a look at Block Asset, please? Thank you. Can you take a look at Neon? Next target. Sammy, please go over Stinky Linky. Had a blessed weekend. Assalamu alaikum, you handsome animal. Wow, that's amazing. I'm a singer-actor who's been trading to supplement my income, and your story always inspires me. We want to hear your raps one day. Thank you. Wow, Master King. Good morning, Sam. Thoughts on Banana, daily printing, nice bull div, and Lux on Sol. All right, so Lux on Sol, $20 million market cap, and Banana. When Sol gets hot, sniping gets hot. Banana coin is a sniper. So let's take a look at Lux on Sol. Lux token. Right off the bat, I see what I like, which is like a falling wedge bull flag with some green candles pushing, bullish engulfing too. I mean, that looks like it could push. Pull a fib from Impulse. It bounced off the 618 fib. It means same idea. And the previous resistance became support. You gotta like... Moving averages are likely tight. Stochastics moving up. I don't even really need to see it too much, but I see, you know, there you go. So crazy. And that could get to all the way to what? 05653, right? Your next target. And you're at 02, so that could be 153% gains. I don't know what it is. Enter Lux. Lux.gg, multiplayer internet. Discover the hidden worlds within the web. Explore the infinite. Embark on a journey through the digital cosmos, where every unique URL is a world of its own waiting to be explored. Hang out and play easily. Your home away from home. Lux. Looks interesting. Might, you know, get you wrapped up in there. It's got a portal product. Looks somewhat... Man, it did more than most. Take a look at their Twitter. 10,000 followers. Super proud of how far you've come, Lux G. Excited. 22-year-old indie made an entire game and Chrome extension for people who want to watch YouTuber videos or Switch streams while in gamified multiplayer environment. Yeah, so interesting. So it's just like a gamified environment. Huh. Looks like it has a passionate developer. We'll see. Might want to put it on your radar. You might be into it. Some buzz there. I like the technical analysis on it. It looks good to me. Tells me that there may be some gains there to come. So back 105,000 Bitcoin getting the bounce. This could be a nice key area for another play here for BTC. So let me take a look. Yeah, you're revisiting. You're back at the 21 again, right? See, I like to buy when I'm near the 21. You got the uptrend, you got this trend, and again, back to the top of the channel now, right? You see? Just in this small little thing. It's just a little world I'm building. That gets you to 108,000, back really close to all-time highs. Low volume Friday, but just an idea here. See, again, what I like about it is the stop loss can be below the 200 MA. The bend there, the bounce on the 21. All we really need is sideways price action too. So, all right. Now, the one thing that I kept thinking about was, you know, will there be a new narrative? And is DSY, the narrative of DSY came out, is that going to continue to push forward? Or have people forgotten about that? And do we need to, like, is it going to take some time? Honestly, I see these narratives come out, and then I see them revamp pretty fast. So I wouldn't be surprised if DSY continues to move forward. It's really where the world is going. And to me, DSY has a place because it helps us. I'd much rather go to these like decentralized doctors and that know all the information around the world than one doctor that kind of says a few things. I mean, it looks like you'd have an edge, right? So whatever's more efficient is what I'm all about. I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings, but... So that's Lux right there. Banana, somebody asked about. And that was Carlos Alejandro. Hope Anthony's doing well, Carlos. God bless you, brother. See, I even remembered your brother's name, man. Let's take a look here at Banana. Banana. And actually, I like to look at Banana here. Banana gun. Remember, I'm bullish on the daily time frame. It looks good to me. So yeah, the last time we looked at Banana was a while back. Yeah, I mean, it's gearing up. Soul starts to plow again, and then boom. I don't love the 3-day, though. It could be better, but the daily looks good. Seemed like a double bottom, too. Look at a giant double bottom for Banana Gun. Banana gun looks beautiful with the double bottom. Has some competition. There's some newer coins out now, and there's some other ways to do it. So, not my favorite, but just showing you the TA looks good to me. And can we go over? Yeah, we took a look at Link. God bless you, brother. Yep. Neon next target. Okay, so Neon out of nowhere finally got the bump from the bottom. Had a huge bullish engulfing candle. Came all the way from 23. In fact, did 100% out of nowhere, right? What you want to see is where did it? Yeah, exactly. There's the 200. Like what 200 MA did it break above? Honestly, it looks like it's going to pump again today pretty fast. So if anything pumps today, you know why? Because it has a golden cross right there. It's kind of like, a slanted Adam and Eve. It's weird. Like that could be your Adam and Eve there, but it's just... That 2 hour looks like it's going to boom, and I could be wrong. I don't own any of this coin. I don't really know anyone that does. But I'll tell you right now, if anything pumps today for 62%, I'd keep this on the radar. That's a bullish engulfing candle. It looks like it's about to take off. The indicators look great. Lack of bearish momentum in the MACD. It had a huge pump, and it's flagging out now. Looks like the coin of the day. And we got my team now. They're already going over coins. They went over Lux to get a 45% on anti-rug. Shout out to my buddy for doing that. That's cool of you, man. That kind of stuff is cool. Put you in like you're part of the movement here, all right? Neon looks interesting to me in a flag. That thing could do some business, right? Looking very bullish on the 2 hour time frame. Looks extremely bullish, actually. Very, very bullish. Yeah. Can you look at block asset? So I've never heard of block asset. How original. I'm just... $13 million market cap. UFC block asset. I mean, why does it have UFC on there? That gets me... Are they allowed to do that? Welcome to block asset. Buy block. Join the network. Block picks. Sign up in 2 minutes. Make your picks. Earn crypto. Picks. Send your pick reward. So I guess, okay. I get it. I mean, it's been just choppy. Look at this. It's been out for 2 years. And it's really just gone up and down every time. You know what I mean? And it's back at the bottom where it pumps again. I don't know. It's all right. Looks like it could have been done way better. UFC is getting bigger. But, I don't know, AA agents are really taking over. This kind of had an older narrative. Look, when the pin... Here's one thing that I got to say. When you're super relevant in your building, you send a pinned comment in every once in a while, right, to change it up. But, like, when your pinned comment is from, like, a year ago... I mean, June 24th. Okay, it's not a year, not two... Okay, 6 months ago, but... Looking at your turnover, yeah, funny. Just want to see how much they tweet, how active they are. I don't know. It's all right. It's all right. I don't know. I'm not a fan. It's had too long to produce. I wouldn't be surprised if it pumps right back up to here, though. It seems to love to go from 6 to 16. Can you take a look at BENJI? BENJI or BENJI? Yeah, BENJI, yeah, with a J, right? Yeah. And I believe my system identified some high likelihood moves today. If you're kicking it with me, I like this. This looks good to me because you can see that it's getting tight. I like the flag there. Backtest every big move. It happened from a tight channel that created a move. So if you backtest everything, then you'll get back to here again. And so when you see this, you have to think it's bullish because if you've backtested 1,000 charts that pumped, they look like this before they did. This looks interesting and it looks like it's going to do some damage. The target for that is about 88%, back to 11. BENJI. I don't know what this is. Some type of meme, I believe, right? And again, let's take a look at the most searched and visited coins. So the top 20 searches in the last 20 days. People keep looking at this Xterra. I keep talking about it there. I feel like it's going to have a run at one point. We're going to be able to find. We'll basically chart it until we find a beautiful flag for it. Vine keeps getting slammed. Man, that thing is garbage. World Network, Egan Layer, Virtuals Protocol, everything kind of taking a hit overall. So still kind of in the slump. What really is starting to kind of push forward is SWI showing strength, Solana showing strength, Ondo Finance. Look, you can see in this Plume network today, up 45% in the last week too as well. So you might want to write down Plume. The most visited coins in the last 7 days: NodePay, Xterra, right? Solana, Jupiter, holding above $1. SWI, Ondo, of course, Plume as well. Layer, Silencio, DeepSeek. This is $1 million market cap. We'll take a look at this coin. It's just trying to make a play off that idea, right? And I feel like it already kind of was one of these. Fart Family's pretty funny, I have to be honest. Like FARTBOY, Fart Man, and then you have Fart Family. That's kind of funny. I don't know why. Maybe it's the alliteration, just, you know, the way it rolls off the tongue. Yeah, look, this thing looked like it rugged. I'd be careful of that thing. Funny, so just because someone thinks the most searched coin, it doesn't mean it's good. It could be because they paid for a lot of, you know. So remember that too. I don't just like buy whatever in here. Just like I kind of just see what people are talking about. MIA, Made in America, that never really picked up. Market cap got to 191 though. DeepSync, Robinhood. What if that picks up over time? Made in America. It just might, because people are getting, you know, the crypto capital gains and all that. Remember, you asked me about yesterday, Mentad. It didn't look too good. Seems like it's kind of still slumping a bit. And then Onda X BT. That looked like it could do numbers. It also got slammed to the downside. So nothing really big out here doing anything crazy the last few days. The biggest thing we saw was JELLYJELLY, which printed a few millionaires yesterday. I remember how this happens though is someone has so many people watching them that they get in, people follow that address, and then people ape in, and then it's like they know this. It's almost kind of deceptive, because if you're a known influencer in this little meme world, people follow your address and then they know when you're buying. So all you have to do is kind of like throw 10 grand in as a joke, and it might just be enough to make them catch fire. Next thing you know, your 10 grand's 200, and then as it continues to roll, everyone keeps seeing that, and then anyway, there's a little bit of, again, it's all luck, but it's also, there's really deep dive the whole meme coin space and understand it, and you'll see that nothing in this world happens as organically as you thought, right? It's all kind of, but look, that thing, now people just play it, right? Back to 68. Went from like under a penny to 25 cents. I mean, unreal, right? So that was one of the bigger moves just in the DEX screener space recently. So BENJI looks good to me. I like that. I actually will put an alert on that. I may even give that to the group. It looks pretty nice. Thank you for the setup. Much obliged there, brother. Okay, making money with Sammy. One of the group coins on Virtuals pumped big today. Thank you. God bless. Thank you. Happy Friday. Can you take a look at KEYCAT? Much love. God bless. KEYCAT. Let's take a look at KEYCAT. Yeah, Keyboard Cat. I remember that one, actually. Someone asked me about it, I don't know, not too long ago. Chart doesn't look amazing. It's been kind of slip and sliding. Slip sliding away. Slip sliding away. A million different people trying to slip sliding away. So look, this could be a Adam and Eve, right? I wouldn't be surprised if almost everyone that I find does this. So yeah, I see this making a move because it's an Adam and Eve. Look for the flag though and complete the move. But yeah, not really in love with the chart either. A lot of small buys, man. And that concludes the super chats, everybody. Shout out to that Knock Life Crypto Viking. What coin was it, Crypto Viking? JT, John Noxiar, Reese O'Connor, Ed LZ, Master Kings, Carlos Alejandre, Cody XCI, King Tero, Sebastian Constant, TJ Stas, Sean Aaron, Benga, Rudy 007, James Charles, Brandon 2181, Crypto Plumber, Future Prophet, Andre Eluda, Alexandra Hartman, and everyone. If I missed anybody, I don't think I did. JT there, John Nociar, RMEZ31, Reese O'Connor. God bless you all. Thank you so much for an awesome live stream. And thank you so much for the super chats. $116 in chat revenue. You people are absolutely amazing. When you read Lifers testimonials, you'll know you're in the right place. If you want to join the Discord, if you like this show, you know, go to cryptolifer.com and jump on in. You will find out so much, and you will learn. You'll have an absolute blast, right? Also, go to MEXC or Weeks if you would like to trade futures, but please do not do that. Do demo for at least a month or two. Learn how to trade spot. Get the education. I see too many people getting liquidated way too fast, way too hard. All right, not the look, in my humble opinion. Not the good look. So one step at a time, one day at a time, one moment at a time, my friends. Okay? That's how I take it. That's how I does it over here. A little slump in the AI agent space today. Not huge moves. All right. Oh yeah, let's take a look at FARTBOY. Did FARTBOY make a big move? Yeah, a little bit. Not amazing yet, but it did double bottom. And it bounced off that, 2-3-7, almost up 100%. And it looks like it's gearing up for a bigger move. The target for FARTBOY would be 0.9. Yeah. Good afternoon. Did you ever purchase that pool table? No. Okay. And there we are. All right. Everybody, you're not going to hit every time. You're not going to, but what you are going to be is consistent, and you're going to believe in yourselves. Push yourself every single day. Don't give up on yourselves. All right. All you can do is create a mental fortitude inside of your mind. Right? And the charts look a little weird today, I'll have to be honest. I'm going to reassess them again one more time with each and every one of you while I'm here. Let me just see what's happening. This is for me, not for anyone else. I got to just take some mental... what's the... I'm looking for that word, right? One of you guys will fill out my words, though. But yeah, see that rejection by the daily? It looks okay, but it does say, hey, we could get tight here. It would have been nice had we plowed through 106. So 106,000 resistance. The double top still stands on the daily. And freakily, shoulder, head, right shoulder. Anything is possible, everyone. Too many people are overly bullish. I'm in the middle. Anything could happen. Because this is in an ascending triangle, which could break down either way. 50-50 pattern, and you're getting tighter in it. I don't see how we could go 5 days without a massive move. 2 to 4 days at the most. Bitcoin's going to have to tell us what's going to happen. Very, very close. You could wait for the huge breakout. It'll come back to a 21 and a fib, and that's where you enter the long, right? Don't be scared if it pumps and you don't get in. You can always get the pullback. It always pulls back. Nothing goes straight up forever. Except for like Bitcoin every once in a while. Is that news about DeepSync lying about how much they spent on there? Yeah, exactly. That's what a lot of people are saying. Exactly. Someone said you heard about Tony. I don't think he asked me to super chat it though. The way he asked, I said, yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah. Any fart boys in the group? Any fart boys in the group over here? Yeah, so this is kind of where I stand for Bitcoin too. Same idea. The tightness is in. And wow, right? Can we hold resistance? We lose that, there's a chance we go back to 97.80. I educated myself whenever I opened a perpetual. Amen. I love that. No FARTBOY. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Sam, I believe the super chats are closed. Was about to send one. I will donate tomorrow. Could you check? Prev, please, bro. Hope you're... No. I believe in the super chats. God bless you, Dreamland. Yeah, I got to just sit here. I see sideways price action, and I'm going to have to decide whether I'm going to take this shot or not at one point. And I'll keep watching it. The 4 hours looks pretty good to me. The 1 hour is a little sketchy. And, you know, I may just trade the daily and forget about all the other time frames. I've done that many times and just let the daily play out. The entry would be somewhere around now with the stop below 98K, like 97.7. And you're going for, like, you know, anything that gives you 3 to 1, somewhere up into there. 120, 130K. I'll be back. I got to do my macro analysis now, and that will be out later on today. Everybody, I love you. May God bless each and every one of you. All right. Thank you so much for kicking it with the lifer all day long. We'll be back for more action. Hope you took gains on that live trade in front of us instead of waiting. Hope you found a way to get it in. May God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll catch you on the next amazing, beautiful, positive, motivational, God-created live stream. God, thank you for everything you've given me. Thank you for the beautiful likes. I know we got 1,000 likes here today. God bless everyone. We're about to get 1,000 likes, 997, so I know we'll hit 1,000. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm humbled by all of your attention, support, and love. I never thought it could be this way, but it is if you push yourself. I'll see you all later on. Look out for my macro technical analysis video, and I'll see you on the next live stream. You know what the secret to success is, right? The secret to success. There's one big secret to success. I figured it out one day. I went through all the things, and I was like, oh my God, I found the secret to success. It's getting started.